Hi, my friends, welcome. I'm Susanna, and I welcome you to Yoga for Glute Appreciation. That would be your butt. We're going to strengthen our glute muscles, work our inner and outer thighs, and but do it in a yoga context. We'll be needing a chair, so a chair and a block. So go find something that approximates a chair and a block, your yoga mat, maybe your dog, and I'll meet you back where we will get started sitting in our chair. Okay? So I'll see you in just a moment. Welcome back. Let's get started. Take a seat. So find a comfortable seat. Move sort of to the edge of your chair so that you can bring your feet to be firmly on the earth and more or less 90 degrees with your hips here and your knees, and then lift up through your torso, relax the shoulders, and then let's find excellent posture right now. So take two fingers on one hand, touch your chin, and then gently press back, right? Jut your chin back, and then take those same two fingers and find the very top of your head, the fontanelle, and then press up through your crown. So you've just lengthened your spine. Arms are now down beside you. You might rotate the palms slightly forward and feel those shoulder blades drop. Keep pressing up through the crown at the same time you're pressing down through your feet. And you've found really good posture in a seated position. Close your eyes for a moment. Inhale in and out through your nose. And then eyes can be softly open or closed. We'll bring the arms up on an inhale. Big sun breath in and up. And then exhale, we'll cactus the arms and pause in the cactus. There you go. Spread the fingers wide. And then pull elbows into rib cage and gently squeeze the shoulder blades. So we're going to begin right at the outset, strengthening the upper body here. And let's go again. So up, cross the wrists and come down. Feel those shoulder blades come together, and then up and down. And in wonderful posture, strengthening the back muscles. Good. Let's do one more on the inhale and exhale. And then relax the hands down. We're going to take the right leg, cross it over the left. Lengthen again if you lost it. If you rounded, sit up again. And then let's do an easy twist. Place a hand on this leg. The other hand can grab a hold behind you on the chair. And lift and lengthen again. And move from the lower belly and the chest gently to look towards the side in an easy twist. Inhale, exhale. Good. Breath in. Look forward. Bring the back arm in front. We're going to undo the legs, take the feet out wide a little bit, hands on thighs, and then we're going to round. So come on forward with a straight spine, but then round your upper back to come up. And do that again. Lean forward, hinging at your hips with a straight back. And then an easy round to come up. Breathe in one more time. Lift and lengthen the spine forward, hinging at the hips, and then support your weight on your hands, drop the head, round your shoulders, and come up to seated. Bring your legs back in, do your cross the other way. Cross your legs. Take a hand on that leg, other hand behind you. You can grab a hold of the back of the chair or the seat. Lift and lengthen, and then twist. Inhale. Exhale and turn. Relax the shoulders. Breathe. Excellent. And now, looking forward, the back arm can come up, and then both arms up, and release the feet. Down again, the last time like this, so hinge forward and round up. Beautiful. 2 feet in, and now sit to stands. So we're going to do an actual sit to stand sequence here. We're going to do it 2 ways, feet in and feet wide. Let's start with feet in. Bring 2 feet really close together, and then we're going to push off the floor using the feet the legs and the glute muscles, and the upper body will simply float up. So we aren't using momentum from the upper body, but the strength of the lower body. And up we come. Squeeze your butt. That wasn't too hard. And lower down gracefully, keeping your excellent posture. That was 2. We're going to do 5. 3. Right now we're starting our glute exercises because when you stand up, you got to use the glute muscles and squeeze. Let's do one more like this. Squeeze and sit. And now step your feet out wide, and we're going to do it again. Root down, and then using hips and glutes, lift yourself up. And then hinge back to sit down. Now, think of being pulled up with a string like you're a puppet. So your upper body stays really still and in that super posture. So 3, 2, squeeze your glutes at the top. And last one, squeeze and sit back down. Very nice. And now, however you want your feet, rise up to standing and step away. We're going to turn our chairs over to the side for our next sequence of exercises. All right, so stand next to your chair. You can hold on to the side of it, and then root down in the leg that's near your support and gently squeeze the hip there. And then lift up the other leg to 90 degrees. And then we're going to rotate it around. So do some hip circles here. Good. And then reverse direction. Find breath. Good. And then bring it forward so that you've got 90 degrees. I call this crane pose. If you'd like to practice your balance here, you can let go of the support if you want to. It doesn't really matter. You can gently squeeze the standing leg hip and rotate your ankle. Arms can come up if you would like to add the balance challenge portion to this exercise. Rotate your ankle one direction and then the other. And now hip rotates out to the side for some variation on tree. So you can go to your shrub, you can go somewhere on your leg, you can bring your foot up all the way in to your inner thigh, whichever you like, and then balance in your tree. Remember to keep that beautiful posture by pressing up through the crown and hold. Can you feel that your glutes and your hip muscles are engaged in order to keep your legs in place? And release. Rotate the knee forward and 2 feet step down and step it out. Okay, I'm going to do the other side. So I'm going to use my core muscles and my good posture to lift the chair and bring it to the other side. Standing beside the chair, root down in the standing leg, gentle engagement of the glutes, drop the tailbone slightly, and rotate the hip. Go round and around. Go the other way. Great. And now, bring the leg in front, 90 degrees. Crane pose. Engage this hip and your glute muscles gently. Pause here. Find breath. Release your arms if you want. Rotate your ankle. Ankle rotation. Perfect. Pause. And now rotate the hip out to the side and find some variation on your tree. Vrikshasana, a tree a day. Squeeze your butt. Breathe. Let your head be back a little bit, crown lifted, but chin stays parallel to the floor. Focus your gaze for balance. Breathe. When you're ready to release, bring the knee forward, 2 feet down, and step that out. Very nice. Step, step, step. Okay, face your chair. We're going to do several things here, and the first one is heel bounces. So I don't usually think of glutes when I think of heel bounces, but since I've been very glute focused lately, I realized 100% our glutes are working when we do our heel bounces, because the first part of the bounce is we need these glutes and our hip muscles to engage in order to lift our heels up off the floor in a calf raise, right? And then slowly lower down. Let's do a couple of slow ones so that it's very controlled. And focusing on your butt as you do that. And then you will notice your calf muscles working. Let's do heel bounces with the vibration if that's appropriate for you. Keep your legs straight. Inhale, lift up, come down with a bounce. That's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Step that out. And now we're going to do squats at the chair. Back of the chair squats. So bring your feet out a little wider than your hips, and then you'll decide if the placement of your knees feels comfortable. You can adjust if you decide to. So we're just going to hinge at the hips, take the butt back and go down as low as we can, and then up again for 8, 7, squeeze, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And now, standing beside your mat, standing on your mat beside your chair. Let's take the chair to the other side so we can switch sides again. Root down in the standing leg. We're going to take this leg, the outer leg, and go out to the side for 8, 7, 6, 5. You're lifted from your crown. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now we're going to rotate your toes, your whole hip really rotates around, and your foot is going to go around in front and then come behind. So that's this move for 8. And squeeze your butt when you go behind you. 7, rotate, behind, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And then carefully use your core muscles. Switch sides. And we'll go out to the sides for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we will take that foot and rotate in, and the hip rotates out. So go in for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Woo. Step that out. We'll take our chair and say goodbye to it for now. And then a yoga pose, Utkatasana, chair pose. A chair pose is a squat or a sit to stand. It's just yoga style. So we'll do it this way today. Feet a little wider than your hips, but going straight forward. And then tuck your tailbone under and then release it before we do this movement. So first, pelvic tilts. Squeeze and release, squeeze and release. Good. And now we're going to bring the both arms up in front of you. Inhale, and then exhale, bend the knees, hinge at your hips, and go back into the weight of your heels in Utkatasana chair pose. So rooting down and extending through the arms. Now, if your arms and your shoulders are tired, you could do cactus, you could place your hands on your thighs, or you can keep the arms extended, whichever feels most beneficial. And you should be able to lift your toes here while your weight is in your heels. Hold and breathe. Hold and breathe. Hold and breathe. Push off to rise up. Inhale. Exhale. Arms beside you. Excellent. Step it out. Okay, we're going to head down to the floor now. So let's go. Please come onto your hands and knees, bringing your wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath hips. I call this table position. And from here, we'll do a little pelvic tilt. So tuck your tailbone around your lower back and then lift your butt and tailbone lifts. Okay. Let's come on to all fours. Planting your hands down under your shoulders, knees are underneath hips. Begin with pelvic tilts. So tuck your tailbone and round your lower back, keeping your upper body still, and then lift your butt. You can relax the shoulders down here and keep the arms straight. And then do pelvic tilts several times. So tuck under and lift. Tuck under and lift. Great. And then pause, keeping your lower body still. We're going to drop the chest and let the shoulder blades gently come up, and then push away and let the shoulder blades glide across your upper back. So see if you can figure that out. So it's keeping your lower body still. It's just drop the chest, feel shoulder blades come together, and push away. Feel the shoulder blades glide across your back. A couple more times. Good. And now curl your toes, take your hips back, walk your arms in front, and do an extended child stretch. Find your breath. Now come back up to your table and let's extend the right leg behind you. Press into the ball and toes of your back foot and press out through the heel. And now lift that leg up so it's straight behind you, and then bring heel into butt. These are hamstring curls, so let's do 8. Squeeze. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, squeeze, 2, and 1. Hold it out, breathe, and drop. Curl your toes, walk your hands way out in front, and then before we do the other side, spread your fingers wide, and this is optional, but lift up into a bent knee downward dog. Bend the knees, lift your tailbone, lengthen your spine, and perhaps pedal out here. And stretch the backs of your legs, calves, hamstrings. Good. Pause in your down dog, or if you prefer, you're doing an extended child's. Good. And now back up to table position. Lift the other leg behind you, lengthen it, press into the ball and toe of your back foot and press through the heel. And now lift it up so it's straight back behind you. Hamstring curl. So bring your heel into your butt. Remember, this is the glute appreciation class. So that was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hold it out, lower it down, and drop. You can take your knees wide, toes touch. Bring your arms straight in front of you and breathe. Excellent. You found your way down to your mat, and now we're going to lie down on our sides. So this is lying at the beach pose, right? You can rest your head in your hands. Bring your legs straight line so that your hips are stacked, your thighs are stacked, your knees are stacked, but now bend the feet behind you, and you can't see, but my feet are touching. And this is where we begin at the beach to do clamshells. So open the knees and close for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. Now take the top leg and slide it over and straighten the bottom leg right out on the floor. Now you'll lift the bottom leg, it's straight up. Good, like that. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift it up, hold it. Hold, hold, hold. And release. Very good job. Now, roll onto your back and place your palms right underneath the edge of your butt, palms face down, and engage your abdominal muscles. We're going to draw the knees into the chest and then straighten the legs towards the sky. Flex your feet. We're going to open in a straddle. Don't go to your fullest range. Don't go all the way out, but a good ways out. And then inner thighs come together. So open and close, open and close. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And then bring the legs in, bring the knees in, and plant both feet on the floor. We're going to roll to the other side for clamshells. So you can just roll over to the other side. I'm switching around so that you can see me and I can see you. So we're going to bring our legs bent. You're at the beach. Knees, hips stacked. Feet are touching. When you're ready, we'll open and close. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now let the top leg slide over as you straighten the bottom leg. And we will lift up that leg for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, lift it up and hold it, and lower it. Roll onto your back. Okay, if you have a block nearby, you're going to place the block between the knees and do one set of an abdominal exercise and then move into glute bridges. So lift the legs up so that knees are bent and you're not crunching in, they're straight up, and squeeze your block. And you can place your hands underneath your hips, palms face down if you like, for low back support. We're going to lower just for 8, lower and lift. So take it slow. That was 8. Tighten your abs. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Great. And now you're going to place both feet on the floor, and if you want to, you can put the block between your thighs for your bridge today. That's going to extra activate your inner thighs and your glutes if you use the block. If you don't want to use the block, that's okay too. So feet down, arms beside you. Before we move into the bridge, we'll do several pelvic tilts. So squeeze your butt, lifting the tailbone off the floor, and then arch your back so you could actually have space underneath your lower back, and then press your lower back into the floor and squeeze your butt again. So do that several times. Squeeze and release. Tuck and release. Good. Using the pelvis, and it's the glute muscles that make it all move. Great. Now come to stillness, relax, root down into your feet, and now push down into your feet as you lift your hips up. And there you are in a bridge. Knees, hips, shoulders are in a straight line. Squeeze the block or energize your inner thighs and hold. and breathe. Hold and breathe. Give it a little time to simmer. Remember, energize inner thighs, glute muscles gently engaged, chest is relaxed. All right, let's take it down from the upper back, middle back, lower back, tailbone. Pick the feet up, grab a hold of your block, and take it away to the sides. Good. Bring the knees in, and then let's place the hands on top of the knees and do some circles, some hip circles. Go out to the sides in opposite directions. Go other way, and then let's do complete hip circles and circumnavigate your lower back. So go to one side, feel your tailbone drop, your butt, and then go to the other side, crunch in gently, keeping low back down, and around. So tailbone drops, roll to one side, pull in, and now let's reverse direction on these circles. Are you tired, Ellie? Ellie's tired. Good. And now, if you want to, this is our cool down routine. You can take a block, lift your hips up, take the block underneath your lower back, and one option is to stay here in a supported bridge pose now. So now we're just relaxing. So letting all your muscles go, let your shoulders relax, your hips relax, your knees kind of can almost flop out. That's a supported bridge. Another option you might enjoy is to bring the knees in and extend your legs up and have an inversion here, which is a restorative pose as well. And now, whichever you chose, start to release. You can lift the hips up to release that block, and then extend one leg, take the other knee in and across for a gentle knee across twist to release your lower back. Come back up to center, switch sides. So this is a little bit of a stretch for the lower back and the hip. And back to center. And then we'll end with a couple of minutes of relaxation. So go ahead and find Shavasana. You can extend your legs. You could put blocks or a pillow underneath your knees if you wanted, or even keep your knees bent with your knees touching, which is a nice restorative way to do Shavasana. Close your eyes and find your breath. And now, in the next few moments, you'll start to stretch. Open your eyes if you'd like to, and lift up your legs. Maybe take your feet wide and windshield wiper your knees side to side. And then perhaps you'll scoot over to one side. Be careful with your neck as you slowly come up to sitting. You can come to a comfortable seat on your mat, on a block, or even back in your chair. She's stretching. All right. So that's what we do when we are done. We stretch. So find your seat. Relax your shoulders. Find the excellent posture again, please. That's a primary goal I have for all of us, is that we find perfect posture, because it will support our skeletal system and our bones. It will support our internal organs. It will put us in a good mood. if we're sitting tall. So chin back, lift up through the crown, relax the arms, shoulders down, and then take a moment here, finding breath. And then extend arms out to the sides, rotate gently, and then slowly float those arms overhead one last time on the breath in. Exhale, prayer hands can come straight down the center line of your body. Pause at the heart. And then let us send a little prayer for peace to all beings, and a prayer to our planet Earth. Namaste. Thank you very much for joining me in this glute appreciation video. I hope you appreciate me tomorrow. And if you're feeling it, take a nice hot bath with Epsom salts. I know I will be. So if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. And if you'd like, you can explore. I've got many videos that are safe to do if you have low bone density. And also, if you would like to interact in real time, if you're not yet a member of the Strong Bones Challenge Facebook group, you'll want to join. There's a link below this video where you can click and request to join. And this particular video has been made in preparation for the month that the group, the Strong Bones Challenge Facebook group, will be doing Glute Appreciation Month. And we'll be doing exercises all month long to support our glutes, our butts. So if you would like to join in the fun, we'll see you there. And that's, I guess, all I have to say. Have an awesome day.